Good morning, you guys. Had to make sure the door was closed. I just got back from storage. Picked up a couple of things, and when I was with my mom, she surprised me with something. So, you guys know, I have been face first into this book, okay? I'm not usually a reader, if you will. I cannot get my face out of this book. It is like a nice, cozy fall read. It has like all of that in this one book, okay? I found that it was a series, and my mom surprised me with the next book. I don't get to say this near enough to my mom. Mom, I love you. I hope you know that. I don't know where I would be especially in some of the situations that we have found ourselves in. I don't get to say I love you near enough, okay? I love you, and I mean it. Okay, gotta put that up there, but we just went to storage, like I said. Picked up a few things. My body hurts in ways that it shouldn't, but fall and winter for me tend to equal a lot of pain, so I'm not a fan. I love the seasons, don't get me wrong, but I'm not a fan of the... Can you not? Neighbor. Noisy neighbors. Alright, I'm gonna find a place to put you. Hold on, we're looking. Ugh. Oh, crap, that hurts. Okay. It's like hot but cold all at the same time. Not really sure how to respond. Can I English today? Respond to that? Okay. So every year I take silly pictures of my dogs. Now please, correct me if you feel the need to. This is totally Maddie, okay? Maddie, headband, picture, dog face, cute, right? I was kind of having a hard time deciding between this one and another one. However, the other one that I wanted for Mr. Moosey is broken. My mom is hopefully going to be able to fix it for me because I don't have a hot glue gun. But this is the other choice for Mr. Moosey. Cute. Okay. The next one, oh no! I'm gonna have to get new ones. They're all breaking. They're cheap anyway. The pom-pom thing came off on that one, but I can always turn it around. So I thought this was cute. And then there is supposed to be 2 silver stars on this one, but apparently not. So I'm gonna figure out what to do with that. So I got those. I got another sweater. And then I brought home my Halloween pajama pants And, oh, there's quite a few sweaters in there. Okay. This sweater as well. All of that. And then, you guys know, I found these itty bitty, like, wall hook things. And I don't have the correct light that I want for this. But I went with what I had for it. So I want to see if this will work and if it'll hook on to the like cord thing. Then I will see about picking up some multicolored icicle lights. But this is just to try to figure it out from there. Okay. You guys know I have a bunch of makeup palettes behind you. And I want to see if this is what is holding the ones down here. I want to see if I add another one of these to the like makeup caddy, if I can put my brushes up here. I think that'll be easier access for it, is what I'm hoping. But I got that to do that with. I got the stuff to make cupcakes with. I have a very specific idea in mind. So I tried to find what basically cupcake decorating things, although this is all flowers. I don't want flowers. I want the little fancy like ice cream swirl type situation, but these are all like flowers. So I think I might have to find different ones of those, and I hope this is the right piping bag. I've never done it this way, so I don't know. But I'm hoping this is a piping bag of some sort. And then, you guys know, I absolutely love, like, roasted Brussels sprouts. So, I brought home my small pan for that, and I could probably even use this one for cookies as well. So, yeah, we got that. And then, everything that is on the box down here is hubby's pants. And then, you guys know, I think I said this before, fall, winter time is quite painful for myself. So I brought home my walker. However, not for me, for the Hubbins. Okay? I want to readjust the size on this walker and see if maybe he will push it around, and then there's a seat on it. Hopefully it'll work. I don't know. So there's that. Also got a bed cover, and I brought back my shower chair. I was thinking about using the step stool that we have, but if I get up to rinse myself off, I don't want to basically pass out in the shower again. I've done that at least once before that I can remember. So I decided it would probably be a better situation to bring back the shower chair. I also got, so I did my Lippy bag. My neighbor's truck is loud, I'm sorry. Didn't actually use this, so I could have left it at home. This is quite the weight to it on its own. And then Rex Specs, Mr. Moosey did not basically get out of the car the entire time we were at storage, and I didn't know if we had plans to go elsewhere. I had some stuff for my mom as well. And then I have a micro mini and a leash, collar. This is a collar, okay? My face is incredibly itchy. Also, I was thinking about this. I have this allergic to latex, like, lanyard thing. What if someone was able to make that out of biothane? Be much easier to wash. That's for damn sure. I took Mufasa's vest just in case we needed it for something, which we didn't actually use. So I have all of that. And for new viewers, this is Mufasa's working collar. I know some of you are gonna hate this, and I'm not gonna deal with hate on my channel, okay? At first, when I got with my trainer, when I started training with her, she had suggested a 2.25 prong collar for him. However, at the time, we couldn't afford it. So we ended up with a really cheap, really big one. And the minute that I was able to take him off of that prong collar, you best bet I did. So I asked my trainer, and I was like, hey, can I get him a chain collar instead? And quite clear what she said. The only tag he wears on it is a service dog tag. And this little bucket thingy, that's how it gets stored. Right there. Okay. Now, for Mr. Moosey, he runs on the hotter side, like temperature-wise, but he has this Thunder shirt. He loves this thing, okay? So, we brought that as well, because I was gonna put this underneath his vest to help keep him warm. I don't want him getting cold, okay? Just deal with it. I still carry his prong collar and his gentle leader as well. We have to do a little bit more training with the gentle leader. He is not so sure about it going up and around his nose, but that is where I store those. Okay. This is basically a medical kit for myself. If anything, everything and anything could go wrong, this is your go-to, okay? And because I have an irrational fear of my phone dying, I carry chargers, car chargers. Okay? We did that. I have blood pressure issues, oxygen and heart rate, and blood pressure. So, these are too big to fit in medical bag, so they just kind of float around in my bag. Excuse me. And my baby boy, okay, this is part of the reason I desperately want to get him some shoes. However, I don't want to order from Amazon. Just kind of what it is. My baby has stepped in gum before, and you guys know he gets a lot of yeast. So I use baby wipes to wipe him down and then spray his yeast medicine on him. He has a spray and a cream that we can use for the yeast, but I find it works better if puppy boy is clean. So, baby wipes. And then, again, because I have an irrational fear of running out of shit, treats. If carrying my big bag with 2 sections full of treats is not enough, I carry this full of treats. Okay, really? Where is... Oh, there it is. And then, fight me, you will lose. I know the ADA law, and I study it like crazy. I catch myself going through the ADA laws at least once a week, okay? If not more. ADA cards for service dog handlers is a must, okay? Don't fight with me on this. If I hand you one of these, you know I'm dead serious, because I'm not going to sit there and fight with you over what my dog does for me, okay? ADA cards is a must, especially for new service dog handlers. Learn the laws. That's the best thing. I live in Colorado. Colorado allows service dogs in training to have public access. Some states do not do that. Okay? Learn your laws, please. It'll do better for you in the long run. Go on Amazon, get yourself some ADA cards, get a cheap setup. The fake setups is what we used in the beginning to train our dogs. A vest does not make a service dog a service dog. The training is what makes a service dog a service dog. I have put hours into my dogs. I love all 3 of my dogs. They drive me nuts. Yes, I love all 3 of them. Mr. Mufasa is the most experienced in public access. One thing I will say, when I got Mufasa, when I started training him, first of all, don't make the same mistake I did. I was training him with high-calorie treats and multiple treats for one thing. Don't do that. Go on Amazon, get yourself some low-calorie training treats, one at a time. Another thing that you can do is use their breakfast and their dinner. Okay? That works too. However, Mr. Mufasa is too damn smart for his own good and has figured out that I'm actually putting kibble in his treat bag. So he's no longer interested in that. So I gotta figure out a different way to go around the treats, but learn your laws, get yourself a cheap setup. Do not throw your dog into public access. The house is moving. I did that with Mufasa, and as a result of that, I think he's kind of scared, almost. It's something that we're working on. But I think he's almost scared when he sees another dog because he was attacked. As obviously a younger puppy. I have it on my channel somewhere. You guys can go and see it. But yes, don't throw your dog immediately into public access. Also, they have to be potty trained. They have to have a potty cue. For him, it's go pee-pee, go poo-poo. Okay? Also, they have to know when to hold it versus when they can go. Okay? Basic obedience. Sit, stay, come, down, all of it. Basic obedience has to be on cue, and the dog has to at least know one task to be able to go out into public. Okay? And they have to be solid on that task. Learn your laws. I encourage you. Learn the laws. Even if you're not a service dog handler, learn the laws. If you see a dog on their own and you see them without a handler, a lot of times you can go like, where's mommy, where's daddy, you know, something along that line. Do not, I beg of you, do not grab the leash or any of the handles that you see on those dogs, okay? The handles are not for you to use. You don't know what they're used for. They're used, the service dog handler knows what they're doing with their handles. A counterbalance handle for me in particular is solely grounding. Now, I deal with vision impairment. I also get incredibly dizzy. So a guide task is something that me and Mufasa are working on. I'm also visually impaired. And then hills and stairs and stuff like that tend to be very painful. So the little strap that you see on their harnesses is called a pull strap. The dog is taught to gently pull up either stairs, hills, in my case potholes, stuff like that. So learn it. It's actually pretty interesting, you guys. Learn, please. It'll do good for you and your next person that you see as a service dog handler, which I try to make a good impression. Also, if you go to ask the person, whoever has the service dog, hey, can I pet your dog? A lot of times, the handler will say no. That's for one of many reasons. For me, if I tell you no, it's because I'm not feeling good. And I need his attention to be on me. In case something were to happen, I need to pay attention to his alerts so that if something were to happen, I can get down into a safer position and he can do what he needs to do to help me. Now, I'm almost never out on my own. I either have my mom with me or my husband with me. If I'm in some kind of medical episode and let's just say like you're like, oh hey, is she okay? I'm not going to be able to answer. Do not pet my dog when he is actively tasking. If you see a dog laying over the handler's legs, that's not cuddling. That's actually a task, and it's a trained task, okay? It's called deep pressure therapy. It helps people with anxiety, like myself, to help bring my heart rate down, for example. It makes it so I can fight through a pass-out episode, or my anxiety levels come down. Now, for Mr. Mufasa, you will see him on the top part of my legs. For other teams, you will see the dog going long ways, which, again, it's called deep pressure therapy. There's also light pressure therapy, where a larger breed dog, probably like Saint Bernard or something, or even Great Dane, will put their head or one of their paws on the person's legs. But I encourage you guys to look up the laws, learn about service dogs. If you guys are more interested in seeing me and my dog working, let me know. Let me know. I'll be happy to show you. And also, I'm thinking about starting a series specifically with Xena, okay, where I show you how to train service dog tasks. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind that for me, it was suggested quite a few times. I blew it off. I did not want to be walking around with a dog. However, my health got to the point where it was unpredictable. I could not know when something was going to happen. So the last time it was suggested to me, I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll go look. If there's a dog that works, great. If not, whatever. I ended up with Maddie. At the time, I was having and dealing with seizures. She picked up on it naturally. The only training that I really had to do with Maddie was teaching her an alert, a response, and how to walk next to me. That is the only thing that I had to teach Maddie, and she learned it like that. It was absolutely insane. Anyway, I want to turn you guys around and show you guys the rest of this. Okay, pan. The bucket underneath is hubby's clothes. Mr. Moosey. The walker is right there. The bed sheet thing. And my shower chair. Which, honestly, I'm not very happy that I had to bring it back. But I get it. Yeah. So, there's that. There's that. All of this. And yes, that's Christmas music. All of that. And a cute puppy. I love you guys. I hope you guys are having a good day. Bye, guys.